Hi, I'm Simon Trinder. Welcome to The Actorvist. I've been an actor for 20 years and I don't have all the answers by any means. I just enjoy asking the questions. So these are thoughts about the job, on the job, so to speak. Morning. I've injured myself and it's so boring. But I am constantly reminded about warm-ups and how important warm-ups are. I have to say that when I was a younger actor and when I was at drama school, warm-ups to me were just an opportunity to play a few games. They were often non-specific to the work in hand. They tended to be a sort of tradition, something that you have to do at the start of a class, otherwise it wouldn't be a proper class. So you play 10 minutes of games and then you do the real work, and that's kind of the way I saw it. Sometimes it was fun, sometimes it was laborious. When it came to physical warm-ups and vocal warm-ups, I was absolutely bored to death by the idea of stretching and, doing scales and breathing and all the rest of it. So dull. But, and there's always a but, they're essential, absolutely essential. I'm sitting here in my dressing gown and I'm missing the shows today because last night, right at the start of my first scene, I turned my head so quickly that I've pulled a muscle in my neck. I think you might be able to see the tape on the back of it just there. Oh, yeah, just about. This is ridiculous. I literally feel like an 80-year-old. It took me 10 minutes to navigate getting out of bed. That was like an hour ago. And I've had to pull out of the shows today, and it's embarrassing. It's frustrating because my castmates are working their bits off and I'm not doing my part. Some of them have not missed a show, and I've missed one because my voice went as well. That's happening a lot where we are now because the air is very dry in the theatre and voices are cracking, and it's a musical. So warming up is so important, and I can't stress it enough, whether you're an older actor, a younger actor. Specific warm-ups, that is, though. They have to be specific to the work you're doing. I did a warm-up last night like we do at the beginning of every show, and one thing that I didn't pay attention to was my neck. And I'm playing a very physical role where practically every part of my body is used in a different way and in quite an extreme way. And I didn't warm up my neck properly, and just turning my head quickly almost KO'd me. I nearly yelped out loud in the middle of the scene. It's sort of ridiculous how small but how impactful this has been. So do get into warm-ups. I played Caliban in The Tempest a few years ago in Manchester at the Royal Exchange, and I slipped on stage and herniated. A week later, I was in an operation, general anaesthetic, out cold, had a wire mesh put inside my lower abdomen, and it's still there, simply because I hadn't stretched properly and something on the stage floor made me slip, and that was me out for weeks, basically. So we've got to warm up. We've got to warm up our bodies, our voice. If we want longevity, if we don't want to be in pain, if we don't want to let our castmates down by feeling flaky because we're having to miss shows and they're there sweating, if we don't want to do long-lasting damage to ourselves as a result of this job, we have to warm ourselves. We are in effect athletes. We're using our bodies in a way that is physically dynamic. We're usually flooded with adrenaline because of the slight nerves of every performance, and what that does is make us move in a bolder and more more dynamic way that if not properly stretched out can do serious damage to muscle tissue. You can even break things. We have to look after ourselves. I've learned a massive lesson in this last 24 hours. Even the smallest parts of my body need to be stretched out and warmed up, even for 30 seconds to a minute, so that I'm not doing anything that is going to take me out. Yeah.